Giovanni, this was a great interpretation of Ninth Symphony by Beethoven. 10 years ago, we had Ninth Beethoven here with the London Symphony Orchestra and Sir Colin Davis with the double size of musician and a very large choir. Why do you think this smaller orchestra and the smaller size fits better together with Beethoven's music?
But I don't think that is the size that makes the difference. I would say that the approach to the music. So let's say the approach about the articulation, for example, the approach about tempi, about how much to play sostenuto, the sound, a lot of elements. Of course, with a smaller ensemble, the smaller choir, all these elements that are different from the great interpretation like this London Symphony or all the great interpretation in history. It's in a way it's easier to have to have this gold, to this light, to have this lightness, and to have tempi that in a way are more close also to the Beethoven idea of tempi.
You made a lot of concerts with the first 8 symphonies and of Beethoven, and now the 9th. Is it already a different epoch? Is it already the early romantic music for you, the 9th Beethoven, or still classical music?
No, I would say absolutely not classic music. I would say that Beethoven 9, it's a beginning of a new era. And of course, in the 9 you can listen the experience of the other 8 symphony, but Beethoven produced a completely new piece. I would say in the other symphonies, in a way I consider more classic, because the form, it's in a way it's like hiding, but Beethoven plays a lot of games with the form. But finally, the structure, if you go to look, is very similar. With Beethoven 9, something changed, especially for the finale with the choir. That's absolutely something new that opened the door to Wagner and to the late Romantic era.
And do you think that Beethoven wrote the 4th movement for the audience, and the first 3 movements he wrote to express his internal world?
It's difficult to say to tell if in Beethoven 9 there is a programmatic idea. I think there is. It is hidden. For example, in the finale we have this kind of flashback of the first, second, and third movement. Suddenly, in between the recitativo of the celli and contrabassi, start at the beginning of first movement, then second movement. So there is a meaning in this, but it's difficult to say what is it. For me, first and second movement are I can imagine it's my idea, but I have nothing to confirm that this idea that in a way is the history of the world, is the creation. The second movement is a kind of dance of elements, but I would say that in first and second movement there is no human presence. It's only the adagio that I feel that is subjective movement, where it is expressed something, the human feeling. But the dance of this obsessive dance of the second movement, I don't see any human things, but really a celebration of the elements. But it's an idea that I cannot confirm, it's just what I feel. And the 4th movement is politics. So in a way, the 3rd movement, Adagio, is the birth of the man. Also, this idea of variations. So the man that change during the time. And finally, the 4th movement is when the politics, in the best sense, can help the men to live together. Because this explosion we have with the instrument, the wind instrument at the beginning, then the cello start to explain, to try to, let's try to find a solution with the mind, with the brain. And then step by step, the solution is to the joy, to find, and of course is a hope, because unfortunately, even today, we didn't reach this goal that Beethoven imagined.
Wonderful, thank you very much.